Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, the premier source for Second Amendment news. You want to stay in the know? Then subscribe down below. Check your subscriptions. YouTube is playing Funky Cole Medina with subscriptions lately, getting a lot of messages from folks saying they were unsubscribed. So double check yours down below. Guys, I got this message, I got a bunch of these letters sent to me. A few days ago, the ATF sent out an open letter to all FFLs about solvent traps. If you have a part or parts, you are a felon. We're going to want to read this. I'm going to show it to you because if you fall into this category, you need to know what to do next, all right? So check this out. This video is brought to us today by LAS Concealment. LAS Concealment has been making some of the best holsters around for years. LAS Concealment makes precision-formed Kydex gear starting from 3D CAD files. Their proprietary moldings are CNC machined to give their products a unique feel while raising the level of quality. Their inside the waistband and outside the waistband holsters are combat tested by special forces in overseas operations. They have hundreds of different patterns, colors, and materials to go with thousands of pistol, light, and magazine carrier combinations as well. Plus, they're made right here in the good old USA. Thanks to LAS Concealment for sponsoring this video. All right, thank you all for spending time with me on this channel. I really am grateful. Wanted to let you guys know that today only, you're watching this on the channel, so you're one of a few people who know it. Today only, you can buy 2 coffees and get 1 free. If you go to our website, blackoutcoffee.com/GNG, it works on any coffee, bag of coffee or K-Cup box, just not on 5-pound bags or subscriptions, obviously. Put 3 items in your cart, go out to the checkout and use code CYBERWEEK, CYBERWEEK, and you will get one of those for free. Links down below. Thank you for supporting my company. I appreciate it. We love you. The ownership team loves you guys, and you're the reason we work so hard. All right, so this letter was sent out to all FFLs about solvent traps. FFLs don't really have a lot of solvent traps, but there's been a ton of marketing on all the social media platforms in the last couple of years, and I've done videos on solvent traps before. When ATF, it was about a year ago now, they said there will be no Form 1s on suppressors. Too bad. And now they're going down this road where it appears that they're looking to play hardball with anybody who has a part, a piece, a tube, a cap, anything that they say could be a part, because, you know, any combination of parts. Let's just read the letter, and then we can we'll come back here and talk about it. So this was sent to all FFLs on the 20th, just before the holiday, which is why I didn't get to it. And it says, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives recently examined devices commonly marketed as solvent traps and has determined that some of them are firearm silencers as defined in the Gun Control Act and as defined in the National Firearms Act. Solvent traps are marketed as devices that attach the firearm barrels to catch excess solvent used when cleaning firearms. ATF has not classified any device as a solvent trap because that term does not exist in the relevant federal statutes or implementing regulations. However, ATF has classified numerous devices as firearm silencers, even though they are marketed as solvent traps. The test for whether an item is a silencer is not the label the manufacturer or retailer applies. Rather, it is the way the statute written by Congress applies to the item. Both the GCA and NFA regulate firearm silencers. The term firearm muffler or firearm silencer is defined under 18 U.S.C. 921 Alpha 25 and 26 U.S.C. 5845 Alpha 7 as any device for silencing, muffling, or diminishing the report of a portable firearm, including any combination of parts, designed or redesigned, and intended for use in assembling or fabricating a firearm silencer or firearm muffler, and any part intended only for use in such assembly or fabrication. Some of the devices commonly marketed as solvent traps have been determined to meet the definition of firearm silencer because they have objective design features and characteristics indicating that the device is for reducing the report of a portable firearm. Although solvent traps are generally marketed as having an intended use other than as a silencer, example, filtering firearm cleaning solvent, that is not determinative under this statute. ATF must consider a device's objective design features, including the uses of which a part is capable, as part of the inquiry into whether the device is a silencer. And they reference the SIG v. Brandon case. For example, holes or marks indicating where holes should be drilled that allow the passage of a projectile are clear indicators that the device or component parts may be properly classified as firearm silencers, because this allows the propellant gases to expand and cool. By contrast, a hole serves no purpose in collecting solvent or debris and is actually contrary to the purported use of a solvent trap. The presence of indexing marks to drill a hole is not a prerequisite to classification as a firearm silencer. It is merely an example of such evidence. Other such characteristics may include baffles, spacers, ported inner sleeve or tube, expansion chamber, end caps, and dampening material, depending on the particular design of the device. While increasing the effectiveness of a firearm silencer, these same objective design features offer no advantage in collecting or filtering cleaning solvent. And here's a picture of a device marketed as a solvent trap, but classified as a silencer by ATF. And they show the stackable components on the right there. They're saying they're baffles. Over the years, many companies involved in marketing such solvent traps have asserted that they are permitted to manufacture, transfer, or import these items because they are not yet complete and therefore do not qualify as a firearm silencer under federal law. However, this assertion is incorrect because a component of a firearm silencer need not be fully functional before it is recognized as a part intended only for use in assembling or fabricating a firearm silencer. In fact, Congress explicitly chose to regulate a combination of parts intended for use in assembling or fabricating a firearm silencer and any part intended only for use in assembling or fabricating a firearm silencer. Accordingly, a silencer part intended only for use in assembling or fabricating a firearm silencer is itself regulated as a firearm muffler or firearm silencer under both the GCA and the NFA. For example, a silencer end cap falls under the federal definition of a firearm silencer or firearm muffler at 18 U.S.C. 924A25, and therefore it is regulated as a silencer under the GCA and NFA, even when the silencer end cap is individually sold and transferred and not installed as a component part of a silencer. Therefore, the importation, manufacture, and transfer of such silencer parts must comply with the provisions of the Gun Control Act and the National Firearms Act. Furthermore, federal courts have held a device can be a silencer for the purposes of 18 U.S.C. 921A25, even if it is not operable in its current state. These courts have held that the federal statute does not limit the definition of a silencer to a device that silences, muffles, or diminishes. This is consistent with Congress's intention to regulate all devices designed and intended to be used as silencers, not just those devices that are currently in a completed state, such that they will reduce the report of firearms when attached. And wrapping up, the solvent trap devices that are silencers cannot be registered with the National Firearms Registration and Transfer Record by an individual purchaser. Specifically, the NFA 26 U.S.C. 5841 mandates that the manufacturer, importer, or maker shall register each firearm he manufactures, imports, or makes. Therefore, it is unlawful to manufacture firearm silencers for transfer to individuals who have applied to make that same firearm by filing an ATF Form 1. These firearms have not been registered by the manufacturer by the close of the next business day after manufacture in compliance with federal regulation. An NFA firearm that has already been made or manufactured in violation of the NFA may not be registered by the current possessor. Both the Gun Control Act and the National Firearms Act generally prohibit the importation of firearm silencers except under certain authorized exceptions and with required licensing and registration. Current possessors of the purported solvent traps that are silencers are encouraged to contact ATF for further guidance on how they may divest possession. If you are uncertain whether the device you possess is a firearm silencer as defined by the Gun Control Act and the National Firearms Act, please contact your local ATF field office. You may consult the local ATF office's webpage for office contact information. Well, guys, I'm going to tell you one thing. First off, if ATF, or if you have a piece that you might have that might fall under this letter, do not call the ATF. Call a lawyer. If you don't have a lawyer, it's time to find one. I would reach out to your local Second Amendment attorney. I know there are a bunch of ways that you can have one referred to you. You can call your state Second Amendment Second Amendment org, and they will know who you can get some help from. Don't call ATF by yourself. It's only a self-incrimination phone call. That's exactly what they're looking to do, is compile evidence against you. So don't think that by any chance they're looking to help you in any way. Waco, Ruby Ridge, they're not looking to help you in any way. So yeah, Jared, are you saying that if I have a part, just a simple part that could be construed as a part of a suppressor, I now am in violation of the Gun Control Act and the NFA? Yes. Yes, that's what the ATF is saying. That's what they're saying. You could be a felon right now in possession of a suppressor, a silencer, and not even know it. So they're going to be ramping this stuff up in the foreseeable future, because there were a lot of solvent traps sold, in ads on Facebook and stuff like that, and people have been buying them. And I know ATF's been doing visits, but I know they're getting serious about this stuff. So if you have a part, call an attorney, and then do what your attorney says. And just remember, if ATF comes to knock on your door for anything, shut up. Shut up. And that's the nicest way I can put it. Sorry. Call an attorney. Tell them I'll be glad to talk to you when my attorney is present. Have a nice day. Then zip it. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Guys, if you think this information is, I won't say helpful, because this is a way to entrap yourself. If you think this information is cockamamie BS, then like the video and share it so more people will see it, and subscribe to the channel down below. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Please check out Blackout Coffee for this sale that's only going on for a couple more hours. And I look forward to seeing you all on the next one. Be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. We are our own first responders. And slowly but surely more people are starting to realize that. See you in the next one. Take care.